welcome to Around the Major League Soccer right here on Africa Sports Network. My name is Sam, yours sincerely, faithfully. Week 23, done and dusted. Unlike any other week, LAFC smacked Sporting KC, Colorado Rapids, just 1 point within the top spot in the Western Conference. Nashville manhandled New York City Club at the Nissan Stadium as Hani Mukhtar wins the Player of the Week. 30 Castellanos of New York City Football Club won the MLS Player of the Month of August, plus other talking points coming from the Week 23 action in the MLS 2021 regular season. This is Around the Major League Soccer with Sam on Africa Sports Network. Also, I will bring to you performance of African players who are applying their trade here in the MLS to see how they are faring. Hani Mukhtar, 10 goals this season with Nashville since he moved from Bromby to the Major League Soccer. You will see his brace on Saturday against New York City Football Club. And also, Houston Dynamo winless streak stretches into 16th game of the season as the fans all are groaning, angry at what is going on. Even though some fans might be angry, some still see optimism in what is currently happening at Houston Dynamo. So I will bring to you Fans Corner as we speak to various fans, even Portland Timbers fans who came, saw and conquered Dynamo here at the BBVA Stadium. All will come your way on today's edition of Around the Major League Soccer. Once again, my name is Sam. We take a short break. When we come back, I will start with Fans Corner. This is Around the Major League Soccer. All right, welcome back to the program. This is Around the Major League Soccer right here on Africa Sports Network. My name is Sam. All right, let's go to Fans Corner. On Friday, week 23 kicked off. And for the opening time, all Texas teams lost their matchups this week 23. From Houston Dynamo to Austin Football Club to FC Dallas. All these three teams lost their game this week 23. For FC Dallas were away at Real Salt Lake in Utah, and they ended up losing 3-2 to Utah, who are currently occupying the final spot in the Western Conference playoff threshold. I'm not saying that they're gonna make it because the fight is very, very tough in the Western Conference because LAFC are coming up because this week 23 they trashed Sporting KC 4-0 at the Bank of California Stadium. So for the fact that Real Salt Lake picked 3 points against FC Dallas is a stronger statement that they are holding tight to this number 7 spot. For Austin Football Club, Austin FC went to Vancouver Whitecaps. They took the lead. Drusy gave them the lead, before the end of the first 45, but they couldn't hold on, and Vancouver came from behind to beat Austin Football Club 2-1 to compound the woes of Texas teams in the MLS. Dynamo at home against Portland Timbers. Portland Timbers have had good run these couple of games. They went to Seattle. They beat Seattle 2-0. Remember that. And then now came to Houston Dynamo. Another clean sheet for Portland Timbers. I'm going to show you the highlight of that game between the Houston Dynamo and Portland Timbers. Let me pull up the highlight for you so that you can really see. All right, this highlight between Dynamo and Portland Timbers.
Game on in Houston. Two teams that are desperate for points. The Portland Timbers coming off a 2-0 win against the Seattle Sounders, a huge win for them. Good look at Tim Parker, who just provided the lateral cover there. Blanco. He curls it to the back post. Morris header. It's parried straight down. The follow is tapped in. It's Jimmy Chara. And the Portland Timbers with the early pressure here tonight. They have gotten the game's first goal here in the 15th minute.
Felipe Mora already a couple times tonight. You can't give him this kind of space. Great from Michael Nelson. Unfortunately, Adam Lindquist on the rebound just slips. He can't get up in time, and it goes right over the head of Michael Nelson, who's still on the ground trying to get himself back up. Another rough start for the Dynamo. Just unfortunate for Adam Lundquist.
Day that will be very emotional for a lot of people around the country. Blanco will lob it over the top towards Mora. Nelson comes out. There is some contact. Mora trying to draw the penalty.
Way to try and figure out if Nelson touches it, does the spin of the ball change?
Just post a little bit. Let's look at that penalty. Is that a penalty? I'm trying to, I want the fans to really have a good look, a very good look at it. I want to pull it up on the screen. Let the fans have a very good look at it. I want the fans to have a very good look at that. Yes. All right. Let's look at that. Let's look at that play right there. The goalkeeper of Houston Dynamo, Michael Nelson, he came out, to put pressure on that ball. Yes, you can see the ball. He couldn't get contact on that ball. I'm going to play that clip right now so you guys can watch it. Just a little bit of that. Okay, look at it. Let's have another replay. Now the referee walked down to the pitch side monitor to see what's going on. Look at the replay right now. See the video replay? Okay. Michael Nelson comes. The Portland player skip back and it's a penalty. I mean, yes, Dynamo fans can argue that yes, it wasn't a penalty because it's emotional. Your team is going through hard time. They are one goal down, trying to bounce back and level things up, and boom, they are down. And Felipe Mora converted that straight away to give Portland Timbers a healthy 2-0 lead. From here onwards, Dynamo kept pushing. They kept searching for answer. Let's still watch the highlight. It's right there on the screen. So let's look at the numbers of that game between the Houston Dynamo and Portland Timbers. Who outshot who? Was Dynamo, did they show urgency in trying to level things up? Yes, they did. When you look at, Fafa Picard, Memo Rodriguez, but Dynamo could not follow up rebounded shot, which Tab Ramos said during his post-match conference that they were not up to it on big occasions. Yes, I'm trying to pull up that game, okay, between Houston Dynamo and Portland Timbers. Let's go to the statistics. I can't put the numbers on the screen right now, but I'm going to tell you, yes, when it comes to ball possession, Portland Timbers had 51.6%, while Dynamo only accounted for 48.4%. When you come to shot, Dynamo outshot Portland Timbers 19-9. 19-9. A little bit unlucky. I remember during one post-match conference, I asked Ramos about his team being a little bit unlucky, and he said, there's no luck here. If you cannot finish your chances, then you are being wasteful. But here, you are shot a team 19-9, and Dynamo has shot on goal 6-4. That means they were eager to get on the score sheet. Fafa Picot came close on several occasions. Memo Rodriguez came. Max Urruti came. But they couldn't just get over that hump. When it comes to total passes, yes, Portland Timbers had 439 as against Dynamo of 388. But the thing is this. Yes, they saw much of the ball, but on shot on goal, Dynamo had a better chance to have scored and probably win this game. But they couldn't. Passing accuracy, yes, even though Portland Timbers had 439% total passes, but they were only accurate on 77.9%, while Dynamo were accurate. Out of their 388, they had 82% passing accuracy, which shows that they, yes, pressed, pushed, but they weren't clinical in the front of goal. And that has been their problem this season. Corner kicks, Dynamo had 9. Pressure on Portland. 9 corner kicks is as a result of the pressure Dynamo heaped on Portland. 28 crosses as against 9 of Portland. Yes, Dynamo had 28 crosses, but they were not useful. You have to use your crosses to get on the score sheet. Portland had only 9, but their first cross was a goal. So in all, Dynamo couldn't convert their numerical or their statistical advantage into getting a W against Portland Timbers. All right, let's go to Fans Corner. Let's see what the fans are talking about as regards this game between the Houston Dynamo and Portland Timbers. Even though, yes, 16 games winless streak, which has cost the GM Mike Jordan his job. But I spoke to a particular fan who showed passion that what is currently going on is really hurting him. And listen to that fan here on Fan Corner. But we'll take a short break. When we come back, we'll serve you Fans Corner. This is Around the Major League Soccer on Africa Sports Network. This is one of the, but let me look at the team in general. Let me have an assessment.
Well, honestly, ever since minute 1, I didn't think they were too together as a whole team. Or not. Communication was there from Pasher 100%, or our backs. They were loud. Our goalies were loud. But towards the end of the game and throughout the middle of it, after they scored 2 on us, it didn't feel like. It didn't feel like they were all coordinated.
No coordination.
No coordination. There was no effort.
So where do we go from here? The GM is gone.
He's gone.
As the fans we are asking the owner to do. Where do we go from here? 16 games now, winless.
Yeah, so the second to last game I was here was our last win against Kansas City. And we were already yelling for a GM to get out, but I just tweeted not 10 minutes ago. Is it too early to say Todd Ramos out? Is it too early to tweet that out? Call that? I'm not so sure. I didn't see no emotion from him at all.
You're a season ticket over there. I can see your bag right here. When you look at the stadium, you haven't. That shows that whatever is going on with the team has a trickle-down effect on the fans. What motivates you to come here on game days to come watch the team?
If we win, we keep winning. winning. That's that. I've been a fan ever since 2012, and I've noticed a correlation. When we start winning, we start getting more fans, and that's just the state of Texas in general. Fans in Texas want to see wins.
They want the W.
They want the W. When we were winning in 2017 and 2018, and we were in the finals, the Western Conference Finals, a lot of people came. I was at that game against Seattle, the first leg of the Western Conference Finals way back when, and that was a good atmosphere. We can't rely on like famous players from other teams coming to the stadium for fans. We need to start winning.
All right, thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Sure.
All right, that's Houston Dynamo fan talking about the game between the Houston Dynamo and Portland Timbers, as he sounds so emotional that he said, yes, the GM is out, Mike Jordan, but is it too early to tweet Tab Ramos out? He spoke in rhetorics. Now, is it too early? Because he said he can't see no emotion from the team. Yes, I understand where the fans are coming from. 16 games winless. You know, before these couple of runs of home games, fans were very, very optimistic that, you know, during these home games that the team will pick maximum points that may push them to, you know, contend for the postseason ticket. But the reverse has been the case. 4 games now at home, only 1 point. Lost to Minnesota, pick 1 point against Dallas, lost to Portland, lost to Colorado. Out of 12, you have only 1 point. I understand where the fans are coming from. They need to see productivity on the field of play. But a player, Adam Lindquist, part of this team, he feels the pain. I mean, during the post-match conference, you will feel the pain in his voice. So I'm going to pull up that post-match conference interview with Adam Lindquist, you know, and so that, you know, you can listen to what he say. Let's listen to Adam Lindquist and listen to what he said. Adam Lindquist.
Recording in progress.
As promised, joined now by Dynamo defender Adam Lindquist. Adam, thanks for taking a couple of minutes with us here. Just starting
Thank
out, kind of give us your overall impressions on how the team played this evening. Obviously, the result didn't go the way you want, but there a lot of shots, a lot of chances created. Just the last ball wasn't there. But kind of give us your thoughts on how you guys performed this evening.
Yeah, you summed it up pretty good there. I mean, we're running, we're fighting, but we can't get a break. I feel like we lack the little extra quality in the offensive end in order to get us over that hump, in order to score some goals and for once in a while give us a comfortable lead that we can maybe take advantage of. But like I said, the work is there. Everyone is making an effort. It's all about individually raising the quality. I think that's what we have to do in order to change this. We're struggling. So I mean, it's all up to every each one of us to just get us all out of this, because we know we can do it, and the fans and the city deserves more.
Thanks for that. I'll open up some questions from me.
2 bad chances. They took advantage of one. They got a penalty on another. But if you look at the shots on goal, we probably tripled them. But that's been the season. That's been the name of the season. Dynamo! Yeah, what she said. What she said. The enthusiasm's here. See, the enthusiasm's here. The enthusiasm's here. We just need to play on the field. We just need to play on the field. We got the fans here, the support here. Just the breaks all year not working out. We'll figure it out maybe next year with a new GM.
New GM.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for your time. Appreciate that. Yeah, next year new GM. This is still around the MLS, and you can see how happy, how optimistic that fan sounded. I mean, I love the enthusiasm. You know, this is just what the Houston Dynamo need at this moment. The stadium is a 22,000 capacity stadium, but on game days, we hardly have a full house, have empty stadium. I mean, just imagine against Portland, 22,000 people were there, all shouting, you know, giving them that maximum support. I mean, come on, they cannot let 22,000 fans watching them live and millions at home watching. They can't let them down. So that fan epitomizes what supporting a club should be. Win or lose, you got to support your team. I mean, legendary Bill Shankly said that if you can't support me when I lose, do not support the club when they win. Simple. I get it. All right, this is still Fans Corner. This is MLS, around the MLS here on Africa Sports Network. Let's go to another fan who said, let's have a conversation. I get it. You know, fans are just fans. I'm a fan of a football club. I don't know how it feels. Let's still go to fan before I bring you to Tab Ramos during the post-match conference. This is still around the MLS, and this is Fans Corner.
Fans Corner. I mean, how are you going to process the fact that in 16 games, the team are yet to win a game?
It's disappointing. It was a lot more fun to come to the games last year when they were winning than this year when they're not winning.
So when you look at the team in general, they are not okay.
They're what?
They are not okay.
They're not okay.
They're not.
They're
where do we go from here?
They're not even average.
Where do we go from
below
here?
average. Well, I mean, they got to figure out how to put the ball in the net. They got to, I don't know, up their game.
The fans were calling for the GM to be fired, and new owner, listen to the fans, the GM is gone. Everything looked different, but nothing changed. Well, how can we come back to the glory days of Dynamo? Looking at behind you right now, these are the glory days right here.
Right.
Behind you.
Yeah.
How can we come back to these glory days?
So it's all about acquiring the right talent, right? Whoever's responsible for acquiring the talent is the person that needs to go. You get rid of that person, you bring in better talent, put together a more cohesive team, you start delivering points.
You think it's too early to call for the sacking of the manager? Because sometimes the box stop on his table, he draws the game plan, he trains the team, he select the players for game on game days, but they are not delivering. Only 3 wins in 23 games.
Look, at this point, they can't get any worse. Change something. Change something. Anything. It can't get any worse. It can't get any worse. Why not? What do they got to lose?
Nothing.
What? They go from 15th to 16th? So what?
When you look at the stadiums, half empty. How can we?
That's not half empty. Are you kidding me?
So just trying to be a little bit decent with
25% of the people were there. It was less than half. It was a quarter.
So how can we bring back the fans? Apart from the team winning games.
Deliver wins. Deliver wins. That's what people want to come see. They want to come see winning teams. They don't want to come see losers. Who wants to pay for money that they work hard all day long to see losers? Nobody.
Nobody wants to see that.
Nobody wants to see losers. We're a society built on
winning.
On gratification.
Success has a lot of siblings.
Success.
But failures are not fun.
Right. So they got to win. So
win.
change it. Change the dynamic.
Change and win.
That's right. Simple as that. That's all it takes.
I appreciate your time. Thank you very much.
Right on.
Yeah.
Yes, success, yeah, they say has a lot of siblings, but failure, they say, is an orphan. You heard the man say that this is a society built on winning and gratification. Anything less than that, nobody will gravitate towards you. That I quite agree. Because I remember one day, I and my partner Chris, we stumbled upon the MLS commissioner Dan Grabber, and we asked him, why is this league not running a relegation system? And his response was this: just imagine someone purchase a team now in the MLS, hoping to build fans and revenue and stuff like that, make profit, and all of a sudden the team is relegated and no fans now come to the stadium to watch the game. How do you think he will feel? So it's all about money. Money. Society built on gratification and winning. Yes. So because the team is not winning, fans are staying away. The stadium was less than 25% filled up last Friday against Portland Timbers. I mean, you can barely count how many fans were on the stadium that night. I was speaking to somebody at BBVA Stadium. He said, yes, winning is part of a way of luring fans to the stadium, but you have to create a stadium experience. For example, right now, I'm looking forward to going back to the Bank of California Stadium to watch LAFC game. I'm looking forward to that, to watch their games. Why? Because the experience I had when I went for the All-Stars is evergreen. It still lingers in my memory. So this is what this guy is talking about. Having won championship with LAFC and Houston Dynamo. He said we have to improve on stadium experience. So Dynamo next home game is against Austin Football Club on Saturday here at BBVA Stadium. I think that should be their final home game before they head back on the road again. This is still around the MLS, and my name is Sam, and here is Africa Sports Network. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel, Africa with a K, Sports with a Z, for you to show your support to this movement. All right, let's go to the Eastern Conference. Let's look at Eastern Conference table, because New England Revolution seems to be conquering that conference. I'm telling you, New England Revs, they are conquering that conference. They have 52 points right now, and they are very comfortable at the summit of Eastern Conference. Orlando City Football Club, the closest team to them, is on 36 points. And they have opened up a double-digit lead over Orlando City Football Club, followed by Nashville. Nashville, yes, that brings me to Nashville Soccer Club. They are yet to lose at home this season. Hani Mukhtar, the German Sudanese, is powering that team. 10 goals already this season for Hani Mukhtar. And he got a brace against New York City Football Club. I'm going to pull up the visuals of that brace that he got. And remember, all the materials we are using here, we have the permission to use it as an MLS reporter, as an MLS journalist. So I'm going to pull up the brace of Hani Mukhtar that he scored against New York City Football Club. But before then, let's look at one of the reasons why Nashville are still top. They are yet to lose at home this season. Yes, this guy, Jelili Anebaba, this season, look at his ball distribution. In as much as he has a top-notch defensive qualities, but he can also spread the ball around for his teammates to benefit from. Look at it, 86.6% success rate on his passes. He can't get better than this. He had a total of 253 passes, and he was successful in 219. His long passes, that long range passes from the back to start that counter, he had 46.8% success rate. Then when you look at his defensive qualities, or his attack rather, as a center back, he got 1 goal this season. 1 shot on target, 1 goal. And I bet you that goal was instrumental in Nashville either picking a point or taking a maximum point or protecting their home record. He might not have started a lot of games this season, but whenever he's called upon, Ani Baba always delivers. Let's look at his defensive qualities. Yes. 31 clearances, 9 block shots, and 9 interceptions. 60% success rate on his tackles, and 48.4% success rate on duels. Jelili Anibaba. Remember, he once played for Houston Dynamo before his sojourn to New England Revolution and now to Nashville Football Club. And he is one of the integral pieces of that team. Now looking at his general record. Only 9 games, 7 starts. He has only played 634 minutes this season for Nashville. The team is yet to drop a point at home. They are third in the Eastern Conference. They are pushing really hard. And there is no way Nashville will not end up this season with a postseason appearance. So we'll take a short break. When I come back, the show continues. This is Around the Major League Soccer. My name is Sam. We'll take a short break. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Around the Major League Soccer right here on Africa Sports Network. My name is Sam. Yours sincerely, faithfully. Okay, let's go to MLS Power Ranking after week 23. Yes, it's right there on the screen. You can see that New England Revolution are still #1 powering on that power ranking table. You know, you can never get wrong than this. When you look at top scorer, top assist, top key passes, most goals, New England Revs have given you all the right numbers, and they are, you know, on the run to win the Supporter Shield. looking at all the points they are picking up. Yes, let me pull it up. New England Revs, they've won 16 games this season. They've lost 4 and they've drawn 4. They are number 1 in Eastern Conference. Seattle Sounders have won only 12 games this season. They've lost 4 and they've drawn 6. They are number 1 in the West. Colorado Rapids have been on a run of a couple of wins this season, this week. They are third. They gained 2 points to be right there in the power ranking. Colorado Rapids beat San Jose, played 1-1 draw with Sporting KC. Their next game will be against LA Galaxy at the Dick Sporting Goods Stadium. Expect them to pick 3 points. Before then, they beat Real Salt Lake in the Rocky Mountains Derby 2-1. They beat LA Galaxy away from home 2-1. They beat Dynamo 3-1. They played goalless against Sporting KC, beat Austin FC 1-0, lost to Real Salt Lake. So the Rapid have taken maximum point when it mattered most, and you can see the reason why they are there. For Nashville, I was talking about Nashville. Look at Nashville. That German Sudanese Hani Mukhtar won the Player of the Week with his brace. Let's watch Hani Mukhtar on those goals.
Side by Tinnerholm, Hani Mukhtar for Nashville.
I see Hani Mukhtar.
He beats Johnson this time.
I see the way he rounded up that defender in between two and in between their legs, and he found the far corner of the post. See it again. Hani Mukhtar, German Sudanese.
And the ball over the top.
You can see the way he rounded them up. And boom, Hani Mukhtar, his right foot, the most dangerous. In between two New York City Football Club defenders, he was able to slot it in. Hani Mukhtar. Regained that ball, got it to Hani Mukhtar. CJ Sapong saw Hani Mukhtar just one time, and he found the far left corner of the field of play. That was Hani Mukhtar brace, and that won him Player of the Week. The German Sudanese got his 9th and 10th goal of the season against New York City Football Club, and that's the reason why you can see Nashville in the power ranking number 4. Sporting KC, yes, they dropped a place to 5th in the power ranking because they were beaten by LAFC 4-0. I mean, there are teams that can lose scandalously. When you look at Sporting Kansas, all they've done this season, beating big teams. For them to go down 4-0 at the Bank of California Stadium, no one anticipated that. But this is the MLS for you. So they dropped. That defeat cost them a spot from 4 to 5. Orlando City Football Club are right there. They gain a spot to go number 6 in the power rankings. New York City Football Club dropped 4 spots to go to number 7 after they were manhandled by Nashville FC at the Nissan Stadium. Minnesota United, LA Galaxy all occupy the 8th and the 9th position in the MLS power rankings. But notwithstanding, Hani Mukhtar's brace earned him the MLS Player of the Week. So what about the guy that won the MLS Player of the Month, Tati Canis of New York City Football Club? 6 goals this August. No, 6 games this August, and 5 goals and 2 assists for Tati Castellanos. The Argentine forward was very instrumental for New York City Football Club. So let's watch highlight of his August action. This is Tati Castellanos.
Comes right back out to Keaton Parks. Maxey, another opportunity here on the cross. Tati Castellanos! Pushing to the edge of the
Yes,
area. Out wide.
you can see Tati Casillas. You can see him right there.
Tati looking for a second tonight, and he puts it by. New York City right before the half doubles the advantage. It's 2-0, number 8 for Valentin Castellanos. 3 against Nick Marsman. 2 times this season where they've gone more than a game without a win. This one floated in. There's the header attempted. It's in. Tati Castellanos heading it over. Matt Turner comes right back out to Keaton Park. Maxey, another opportunity here on the cross. Tati Castellanos! Oh, meets it with authority. Number 10 on the season. And New York City leads 2-0. Comes right back out to Keaton Parks. Maxey, another opportunity here on the cross. Tati Castellanos!
Yes, and Tati Castellanos of New York City Football Club is the MLS player for the month of August. 6 games, 5 goals, and 2 assists for New York City Football Club. All right, this is around the Major League Soccer, and we're still powering strong, bringing you all the reviews of actions in week 23. Yes, a lot happened. It's an unprecedented week. Dynamo winless streak stretches on. Nashville beating New York City Football Club 3-1. New England Revolution still powering strong in the Eastern Conference. Seattle Sounders holding a slim 1-point lead over Colorado Rapids. All right, let's look at the top scorers in the league. We start with the top scorer in the MLS. Raul Diaz of Seattle Sounders. 14 goals this season already for Seattle Sounders. And you wonder why Seattle are top in the Western Conference. Followed by Gustavo Boy of New England Revolution. 12 goals for the Eastern Conference leaders. Yes, even though he's on 12 goals, but the scoring responsibilities has been distributed among all players in the New England Revs squad. Tajon Bushnan also have contributed in this their run. So Gustavo, the Argentine, 12 goals for him. Ola Kamara of DC United also on 12 goals. Daniel Shalou of Sporting KC also on 12 goals. So those are the top 4 scorers in the MLS already. Let's look at top assist. Kais Gill of New England Revs. 15 assists for the Revolution this season. While Herrera of Real Salt Lake accounts for 8. Milahovic of Montreal accounts for 8. 15. He's still one of the top players in this league. Let's look at the most kept clean sheet. The most clean sheet. Yes, the most clean sheet is coming from Joe Willis. Joe Willis was the goalkeeper of Houston Dynamo before he was traded to Nashville. Joe Willis, 9 clean sheet, while Dynamo have kept only 3 clean sheet in 23 games this season. Joe Willis have kept 9 in 23 games. Yarborough of Colorado Rapids, 9 already also. So these are the top goalkeepers in the league this season. Look at the team that have scored the most number of goals. Who do you think it will be? New England Revolution. New England Rev have scored 45 goals this season, while Sporting KC are second on 37 goals. Oh, the team with the highest number of yellow cards. FC Dallas. FC Dallas have 59 yellow cards this season. Real Salt Lake have 52, while Philadelphia Union have 51. Okay, I'm going to show you my MLS team of the week. Yes, this is my team of the week. And my coach of the week is Bob Bradley after delivering a 4-0 smacking of Sporting Kansas at the Bank of California Stadium. This is my team of the week, starting with the goalkeeper. Goalkeeper of Colorado Rapids. Yes, and then we have the goal of 19 of New England Revolution. Yes, we have this guy from LAFC. We have Goody from Vancouver Whitecaps. We have from Inter Miami. So these guys make up the back three. Now you come into the midfield. So they are playing a 3-4-2 formation. A 3-4-2 formation of Mendes from Real Salt Lake. You have Atuesta from LAFC. You have Hani Mukhtar from Nashville. That means his brace against New York City Football Club earned him a spot in the team of the week. You have Paulista of New England Revolution and Barrios of Colorado Rapids, Felipe Mora and Darrell Dike of Orlando City Football Club make up the two-man front line of this team of the week. And the coach of the week is Bob Bradley. Yes, if you agree with this team of the week, go to our Instagram page, our Facebook page, and drop your comment. And also make sure you subscribe to Africa Sports Network on our YouTube channel. We are streaming live on Facebook. All right, this is the MLS team of the week. Yes. When was the last time a Houston Dynamo made team of the week? I don't know. Okay, still on that. Let's take a short break. When I return, we'll be rounding things up with performance of African players in the MLS. My name is Sam, and this is Around the Major League Soccer. Alright, you're welcome back to the program. This is Around the Major League Soccer, and this on Africa Sports Network. My name is Sam, your host. Okay, let's go to performance of African players in the MLS, starting with Latif Blessing of LAFC. Latif Blessing of LAFC has been phenomenal for LAFC this season. When you look at in their 4-0 drubbing of Sporting Kansas, Latif Blessing, look at his attack, only 1 goal scored this season, 6 shots on target. His conversion rate is at 9.1%, and he has played 1,470 minutes this season, per goal, and only 1 goal from his right foot. Blessing, Latif is a Ghanaian player yet to make international debut for the Black Stars of Ghana. Right, let's look at his ball distribution. 84.5% success rate in a total of 686 passes, and he has been successful in 42 passes per 90 minutes. Long range passes stood at 60%. That's Latif Blessing, Ghanaian midfielder playing for LAFC. So in their game against the game against Sporting Kids, Latif Blessing, let's look at how many number of minutes. Yes, Latif Blessing played for 90 minutes in that game against Sporting Kansas City. So you can't take it away from him. Another player that played perfectly well and earned himself Player of the Week is Hani Mukhtar. I've spoken about him earlier on the show. Another player that played them for Nashville in their 3-1 thrashing of New York City Football Club is Brian Anuga. Brian Anuga, a Cameroonian player. Brian Anuga, he only played for 84 minutes in that game against New York City Football Club before he was replaced. Ake Loba, I don't have his picture right here. I could have showed you who Ake Loba is. Also came on to replace CJ Sapong for Nashville Soccer Club. Yes, I told you this guy has been phenomenal for Nashville, this season. 9 games, 7 starts, 634 minutes played, and he had been subbed off once. When you look at his defensive qualities, 31 clearances, 9 block shots, and 9 interceptions, 60% tackles he has won, and 48.84% on success rate. So Latif Blessing, this is his general season statistics. He has played 20 games, started 17 of them. He has played 1,470 minutes for LAFC this season. So he has been fantastic for LAFC, part of their integral squad. Another guy that was in action for his club this weekend is Teenage Hadebe from Zimbabwe, playing for Houston Dynamo in the MLS. In fact, he played for 90 minutes in that game, and this is his African brother. Derek Jones also started for Houston Dynamo against Portland Timbers in their 2-0 home loss. Even though the team is winless in 16 games right now, these two guys have been playing for Houston Dynamo. So African players in general this week, 23 played well for their various clubs. Sebastian Ibarra, I don't have his visual because I've showed you, also played for LAFC since he made that switch from New York City Football Club to LAFC. Remember, why Dynamo fans are groaning in the team misery. Portland Timbers fans are happy that their team got 3 points here at BBVA Stadium. So I spoke with some Portland Timber fans, and this is what they got to say. 3 points and 2 goals.
Thank you. It's nice to get 2 shutouts in a row.
Last week, you got a shutout in Seattle.
Yes.
In fact, Seattle have not beaten Portland since 2017.
Yes.
Tonight, you got a shutout.
Another shutout. That's the miracle. 2 shutouts in a row.
We'll take it. 5th visit this year in Texas.
Yes.
After going to Austin.
Yes.
And now you're in Houston.
I know. Thank goodness we didn't have an awesome performance tonight. We were excited and they came out and played hard. It's an awesome night.
So tonight your team got the win. How does that make you feel?
It's worth the trip. Although we always have fun, it's awesome to have 3 points. We had a great time, and I think we were louder than the Houston fans. So good job, boys.
No Ebobise in the team, but the team is still power and strong. What's the secret?
Well, we had a lot of strong players, and they're learning how to play with each other. So also we're taking opportunities, and we're actually converting, which is awesome.
Thank you very much.
Yep.
Right, let me get some Portland fans. The Portland fans too.
Portland fans, where?
Yeah, I see you too.
All right, brother.
So how do you feel your team winning tonight?
Oh man, coming into tonight,
We're feeling badass,
yeah, we're feeling pretty good, man.
You're feeling pretty good. Portland Timbers.
Yes, sir.
Last week you got a shutout in Seattle. Tonight you got a shutout here in Houston. Where is your team going to?
We're going to the championship.
Hopefully, yeah, hopefully we can get it up there and go to the championship this year. But trying to stay up above the playoff line is the hard part right now.
Yeah, because the conference is very, very competitive.
Very tough conference.
Very tough conference.
Yep.
So at the end of the season, where do you think your team may finish?
Number six.
Going into the playoffs, I think we can do 6.
6.
Especially with Austin in the conference now.
I think we can do 6.
Especially with Austin in the conference now.
Yeah, we lost to Austin twice.
Yeah, I lost to Austin twice, yeah.
But number 6.
I think we can go in 6.
You're doing 6.
I think we can pull it off.
Right. Congratulations once again. Thank you.